Hello, everybody. So, I, the whole idea that I created this Quebexico Pirate Radio thing was for showcasing local artists, musicians, all the lovely things, and specifically just like broad term it about art and culture. And I don't know if anybody knows what's going on in the world right now, but it's fucked up. And a big part of it is kind of a genocide on a whole bunch of things. And one of the things are the art and culture scene. Pretty much every venue is shut down now. Like everywhere. Artists can't make art and be seen unless they're on the internet. But sometimes you want live action, you know? You want to see things, you want to feel things. And I am oddly lucky enough to work at probably one of the few places that still is open and still does shows, live shows, small, intimate shows. But yeah, it's called the Heatley. It's in Vancouver. It's kind of like a country bar, and it's good. And what I have noticed from it is one of the main reasons that I think it's lasted through this pandemic thing is that everyone that works here and everyone that runs it is super genuine, lovely people who care a lot. And we're lucky enough that it's a small enough venue to be able to operate at a smaller capacity, because it's well thought out of the design of the space and like the barriers are extra cute, just because it's like stained glass, and it's just like this homey feel. You don't feel sterile. You feel like a normal person when you're here, and I'm incredibly honored to help float by this place during such a chaotic, weird time, and also just like what are the chances that I would get a lovely opportunity to work in such a real art and culture space at a time when art and culture has dissipated from the public's eye. And yeah, that's just like a funny, this is why you gotta like live your dreams, guys, because if you're passionate about something, go for it. Because you have no idea how it will manifest, even when times are dire and you can't, it feels like most people can't get ahead. But if you live in your true inner world, self, desire, loves, interests, then you actually could have a chance to make it in this, I guess what's been called a new normal. I've kind of had that concept in my head for quite a few years, considering there was a time of my life that was very heavily affected by, it's called a channeling, by a spiritual being who channels messages, and this channeling was called working with the new normal. This was channeled several years ago around my birthday, and that's kind of like why I found it. And then when I listened to it like a week later or something, I got this crazy experience happen, and I got ran over by a boat, and somehow it was fine. I did not get hurt. Don't ask me how. That's a story for another time. So maybe ask me how, but that's still a story for another time. Yeah, just wanted to shout out a wonderful business that people should support, because that's kind of what's important these days, is supporting our artists, supporting places that are safe for us to be, and especially places that can make it through some crazy ass pandemic thing and still treat their artists with respect. Yeah, that's the stuff that matters. So thank you. Peace.